Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting.
Why were you firing finger guns in the air when
I'm
you did that?
getting into it. Shooting them up. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first episode or you're new to the show, hey, just chill out, all right? We're not toy experts or anything. We're just enthusiasts.
No buds chill.
Yeah. What did he say?
I have no idea.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Encino Man.
Oh. Okay, well, let's introduce the band, or your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead guitar? No. On lead vocals, because he does a lot of singing.
Yep.
And he tries to play that guitar as best he can. He's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Hey. Yo, Joe.
Yo. On vocals and lead guitar with the wow.
That's exactly how it sounds.
True master of the universe. He's the quiet one. He's Elgin Arney.
If you pause out of the right spot, it's on lead guitar with the Willie.
Right.
With the willow wow wow.
Hey, Elgin.
Hey, what's up?
Nice penis.
Thanks, Corey.
Up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spoody.
Hey.
Hi. And on drums, hey, it's me. It's Jason. I'm here to share my love of horror, Funko Pops, and definitely Transformers. But guys, guess what? Joining us today, it's one of our favorite music promoters.
Aw.
Yeah. Not our favorite, but one of our favorites.
Right.
Yep.
Super nice guy.
We know two.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he's super nice guy. He's also one heck of a toy collector. It's Jason Zbornik.
Hi, guys. It's so good to be here. This is a lot of fun.
Welcome, man.
Do we clap or?
Is that what?
Oh, we feel so welcomed.
I'm not.
I
clapped a lot earlier.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that.
So I realized the other day as I was editing some of our old episodes, like the guests that we've had before, I totally didn't ask them about their collection. But Jason, tell us about, what do you collect? What are you into?
It's a
Tell us about yourself.
It's a slippery slope once you start collecting. My drug of choice, though, is always going to be Transformers, and I realized that many years ago when you have to make financial choices, and you're like, okay,
I gotta narrow it down.
Yeah,
a little.
you have to, and so Transformers, but Master of the Universe comes in right after there, and Star Wars. Been collecting that stuff since I was a kid.
I'm so sorry.
I love some G.I. Joe, but like, I mean, I have some guilty pleasures which I posted on the site. You go check those out. I'm not going to talk about those on the podcast here, but I dabble. I'm a dabbler in a lot of things. The more I collect, the more I find something that I find is cool. Like, I never imagined like 10 years ago I'd be collecting Hot Wheels.
Right.
And here I am collecting Hot Wheels.
That's
like,
how
did that?
Hot Wheels.
And it's like, I tend to do the fantasy cars
that,
most, but it's like, you say, I'm just going to do this. And then you're all of a sudden into 5 lines of this, whatever.
Well,
it is.
when they put out cool stuff, you got to buy it. I mean,
and I love monster toys too. Yeah. So, I dig a lot of lines that have monster toys. I probably have at least 1 or 2 from those different lines.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Well, we're really excited to have you here today.
Good to be here.
We have a super exciting topic on today's show, and it's surely going to get your blood pumping. Oh, man, I'm so excited. It's something we all constantly daydream about. I was just talking about it to some people earlier at work today. I just, we're going to be talking about finding that incredible deal in the wild. Maybe you stumble across a rare figure at a garage sale or a flea market that the person doesn't know what they're selling, or somebody's cleaning out their basement or attic. It's like, here's a box of toys. You want it? Oh, man, I daydream about that a little too much. Mm-hmm. It seems like all my friends, Flyboy, and everyone else always seems to get that deal, but
I got one of those in the works right now.
I can't wait to hear about it, though. But yeah, that's what we're talking about today. We're also going to visit a store. We're going to stay in Omaha. That's where
Yep.
Where we went there once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of them, when we get to a town to play a show, we definitely like to hit the toy store. So we're going to go back to Omaha for that. But right now, let's talk about what we've picked up lately in the last week or so in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander! In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again! But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra! Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Corey, what have you found lately? What's going on over there?
Most recently for me is I finally broke down and got that Mirage figure
Yeah!
that I have been avoiding.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. I got it. Came with the Kool-Aid and the sunglasses.
Perfect.
My wonderful wife was at Walmart. I don't know, sometime recently, and she's just like, "Hey, here it is." I'm gonna say, "Well, it's already in the cart." So, because a guy that I work with has been listening to the podcast, Peter, and he's now all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go look at toys now too." And so he bought some Lego and saw some Transformers. He's like, "Hey, this Transformers there, and it was this much." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I keep passing it." And then Jess just went and bought it for me. That's it. That's it. So the only thing that I've gotten is that I do have a little bit of a pro tip I want to throw out for people regarding the Thrill of the Hunt videos.
Pro tip.
I noticed today, because I was curious, if you watch Elgin and Spootie's videos for Thrill of the Hunt at 3/4 speed, they both sound incredibly fucking drunk.
Awesome.
It's hilarious. So yeah, check it out.
Fun times.
Pro tip.
Fun times when you're bored
They're
You must be bored.
and you want to watch our videos over and
Spootie's
over
just
again.
like, this is...
But not you and me.
Not so much, no. You just sound a
All the
little
math.
bit more slowly excited. And
Right. I'm still excited. A little slowly.
Just a little slower.
Sound like a normal person.
Maybe. Elgin.
Yes.
What you got stuff?
I
wanna
got
see
stuff.
it.
I got a couple
that's
Funko Pops here. Some Motu Funko Pops. They're already out of the package because I bought them a while ago and already took them out of the package and took pictures of them and played with them.
Those packages have been in
story.
the garbage
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, they've been in the garbage they're already out to the recycling. One of them is Grizzlor.
Yay.
He's not flocked. They do make a flocked version of it.
Oh.
But these are at Walmart, so they're cheap, so I bought them. And the other is She-Ra.
Oh man. He's
Kind of a classic. Not a glow-in-the-dark She-Ra, but just a regular one.
Do
Because
they
they
make
do make a glow-in-the-dark, her kind of headdress and other stuff glows
Do
in
you
the
have
dark.
her?
No, that's the only one I have. Yeah, I didn't. That's because those are expensive. Those special ones are, and
Yes,
I don't want
they
to spend.
are.
I don't want to spend that much when I can only spend like $8 on these at Walmart. And
what, Grizzlor?
yes,
That's
Yes.
he looks like the little alien creature, like weird little thing from Futurama. You know what I'm talking about? The little tiny little that
the-
eats everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
a nibbler.
Nibbler, yeah.
That's
He
what it
looks
is.
like
I thought he looks like a
basically
pissed off Monchichi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could be too.
Or pissed on.
Yeah.
Either way.
Pissed off Monchichi right there.
And then,
Red
Lore.
eyes.
and then also, Josh surprised me with the Funko Pop
Surprise.
that he picked up at Walmart. It's a Macho Man Randy Savage, so I had to immediately go into
what
Macho.
does he sound
Macho.
like?
Oh, I don't know. He kind of sounds like a Macho. Let me think about it one time. Okay. I'm trying to think about thinking, and sometimes the cream rises to the top.
Wow.
Oh my
love
god,
it.
I love it.
They had just a touch of Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, say pudding pop as Macho
Oh,
Man.
yeah, gonna snip and do a pudding pop.
snap into it.
What is happening?
But
Nothing good.
Macho Man's kind of a favorite wrestler of mine, just going back in the day, and he's much better than Hulk Hogan. I would think. anyway.
Oh, there's some
Yeah.
controversial talk. Like,
Especially when he went
It's
to the
just
NWO.
obvious.
but this is just this is an off-brand one. Does this mean maybe?
Well, I looked on the back to see what the other ones were, and they just have The Rock and Mr. T, and I don't.
I think there's a Rock and Sock Connection one
Rock
out there.
and
Is
Sock.
that is there a different Macho Man on there though?
But will this start a wrestler pop
79.
collection?
Oh yeah, there's a different macho.
That's a Walmart exclusive one with the super bright colors.
It's a
What am I saying? They're
79.
always-
Yeah, his glasses are different.
The
They're
neon-
like,
Very
green.
90s.
Yeah.
Very 90s.
yeah. Cool. Thanks, Josh.
Cool.
What color is that, Elgin? Curious.
He's red and green colorblind.
Yes.
Leave him alone.
Lemon chiffon. It's lemon chiffon.
I'd say a yellowish color, but
That's lemon chiffon.
Spooty, you're mean.
I'm just curious how he sees it because it's very, very
It's
bright.
all the colors he probably can't see. You know?
yeah, it's invisible.
It's just grayscale. Thanks.
Camouflage. You think? Camouflage.
Well, then you go, Spooty. What do you got?
You got stuff.
Isn't that awesome?
Stuff's cool.
I picked up a War for Cybertron Kingdom Dinobot that was like on clearance because
Wow.
somebody had returned it, so it was like half price.
It was.
Complete?
Complete, yeah.
Nice.
His foot's like a little floppy, but
You just get some
Probably.
pledge, pop that joint off, put some floor pledge on there.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be
It's,
tight. It'd be tight.
really? I don't think it'll come off.
Super tight.
Hey,
oh,
no-
that one's like
another
riveted
tip.
in there or something.
Get some thread wrapped
Just a
around it.
Loctite in there. It stays in one
And then
spot
also got
forever.
the Kingdom Air Razor.
I love it because Spooty the other day was like, man, I'm not getting any of these Beast Wars. And now he's got
Because Dinobot looked really... I've never been a fan.
Beast Wars is divisive.
But because I
It is.
have the original Beast Wars Dinobot, which is not this. It is a smaller version, or this is a bigger version than that one, and it was terrible.
It was.
But he does look awesome in it.
This one's much better. His Dino mode's really good,
I like the scaling of it.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
His
and
hand
like
looks
I've never
a
been a
wide
fan
open-
of Cheetor, so I skipped that one. So of course they put that one out like 3 times now.
Yep.
The face paint is that blue face paint on him is just. I'm across the table here, and it just looks good
Yeah,
from
the
here.
dark.
His
dark
hand
blue.
looks like the dude in Beetlejuice when he stretches his face out and then
Oh,
opens it up
yeah.
and pops his eyes out. Yeah, that's what his hand looks
Put a
like.
couple of googly eyes on.
But
it.
Air Razor, man, she is cool.
It's one of
Whichever
my
Baldwin
favorites.
that was.
Beast Wars ones.
Look at the detail in
Until
the
Rhinox
feathers
comes
and
out.
the
It looks
chicken
pretty
feet.
cool.
and her transformation's great, and her look, so many colors on her face. That's
And her-
just not normal.
Chicken feet.
They've been doing good with the paint jobs of the new
Yeah.
stuff.
And I got like 10 more other Transformers this week too, but these are
Right.
the ones that-
Same. We got to narrow it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sweet.
What's over there, Jay-Z?
Well, I wasn't prepared for this segment, or I'd have brought something. So I'll just talk about. I picked this up today, though.
Yeah, it's
So,
perfect.
um,
It's exactly right.
This is. I have. Speaking of dabbling, I have a bunch of these. I love getting
what?
$5 crappy figures
What are they?
in package. This is the Star Trek Generations Geordi figure from Playmates, mint on non-mint package.
Yes, it's very nice.
It is very squished up, but it was $6.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife will. Here, I got this for my wife because I already have him loose. But Jordy's her favorite. We were watching
really
Star
into
Trek last week.
Reading
Star
Rainbow
Trek
and stuff.
Yeah, reading Rainbow.
And now
we
Jeopardy.
were watching Star Trek last week, and she's just gonna stop talking about Jordy, and so I'm gonna surprise
Yay!
her with this when I get back. And
You think she'll leave it on card then? Or do you think she'll have her own to play with now?
I don't know what she'll do. Like she might keep it on card for a while, but
little-
then once I bust mine out, she might have to get some
Dueling
Jordy
Geordies.
action going out.
Yeah.
The other thing
That
that I
sounds
scored
hot.
personally for myself, and this
Geordie
was a
on
cool
Geordie
score. We have this store called Stuff
Visor
Etc.,
action.
which is kind of a consignment store.
Oh, yeah.
Went in there, and again, this is dabbling. I don't collect a lot of Power Ranger stuff, but they had one of the transforming head playset micro machines.
Oh, nice.
And it had like maybe 10 of the figures outside, and it was like $5. I'm like,
Oh.
I love micro machine stuff, so
Yeah.
I'll get super suckered. When I got it home and opened it up, it was filled with like 30 of them inside the head from like other sets.
Nice.
So it was a major score.
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah, $5 for all that. So that was
Awesome.
it was the Red Ranger too. So I do have some Red Ranger characters
I've bought
that was a really
so
neat
many
find.
Transformers from that place.
from
From
stuff.
stuff when I used to live up
Yep.
there.
Oh, man.
Right on. So have I,
finds.
but the ones I didn't find, you must have found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So cool. Yeah. So those are my 2 finds.
No, that's
of the week.
awesome. Yeah, you came to town a little early and went around looking.
Yeah,
so that's pretty fun.
I got some Jordy action and.
What? Yeah, so I got a couple things too. I happened to just come across. I don't even remember where. Gosh,
It's getting bad.
it's getting bad.
Was it a Walmart?
It's a Walmart, but I got another of the Studio Series Transformers from the 1986 Transformers the movie. I got Scourge.
He is so cool.
So is this the second one you've gotten of him, or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've got the Blur in the Cup, and then I got
Gotcha.
the Starscream and the Hot Rod. And so this makes my 5th Studio Series. I really am kind of trying to keep an eye out for Jazz because he looks really good.
He's cool.
And I really only want the Studio Series ones that are really about the G1s. Because there's a bunch before these that are like the pointy Bay
the Bayverse
formers,
stuff, yeah.
the Bay formers. And that's cool and all, but they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the G1 inspired stuff, and oh my gosh, the artwork, and he looks so good. Have you passed that around?
Yeah.
So these are the ones you can
I
put like on
ogled
the
him
side.
earlier.
And you look at all the
and that's
the
how I
side.
got them stored.
He's
right
so
now.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
He's such a cool figure.
A lot nicer than the
Very beardy.
What was the last last one they released of him? Was it the Titans Return version?
Yeah. These
pretty good, too.
Studio Series ones are kind of like they're like our Masterpiece series without the Masterpiece price.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling them mini masterpieces.
for real, man.
Have you seen the Hot Rod?
G1
Yeah, the
Scourge?
Hot Rod.
Yep.
I got him.
And he this guy that you just got is
the Blur
He's cool.
and the Cup are both incredible. And then the other thing I got in our Facebook group, we do a lot of sharing our photos and our hauls and what we're getting. And I think Turnip posted something. And then I was like, man, I want that. I've been wanting that. And he's like, well, it's half price on Target.com. I'm like, snap, I got to go to the bathroom at work. And go there, bam, bing, bing, boom. It comes a couple days later. I got the crossover series of the X-Men Ultimate Expanse. It's that big blue jet, and he turns into a retro-style X-Men with the yellow and blue costume, and he kind of has some Wolverine-style bladey hands.
If they could have just picked one X-Men to be, though.
But then he also kind of has a Cyclops visor.
Yep.
So it's a little bit of everybody, but I think
He comes with a couple of little tiny figures.
kind of
Sabretooth and
little just straight vinyl.
Wolverine.
That's cool. They added those minifigures
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, for sure. I think he looks amazing in robot form and just digging the
Energy blasts.
crossover line. So yeah, pass that bad boy around.
It looks like
Lockheed Martin is a registered trademark.
I don't know if I'm gonna open
and
it.
it's the same basic like mold as what's the Transformer one? What's his name?
Jetfire.
I like the Jetfire, but it's completely different.
Yeah, but as far as like
Yeah.
That one we had.
airplane mode,
Yep.
they look
He kind of reminds me of the movie, the Bayverse Jetfire.
Yep, kind of.
yeah. I mean, it's an SR-71.
Pretty similar. Oh, Spoody's going off mic. He's
No,
See, I was like,
out
nope,
and about.
not getting this. I've gotten a couple of crossovers, but then you show this off, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
at the moment of this
it
recording.
looks really cool though.
Target.com half price, I think.
See, it's similar. It's got a
Yeah.
similar design
Pretty
aesthetic,
similar.
but it's the X-Jet or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So again, those are 2 of the 47 Transformers I got this week. Oh my gosh. Well, what do you say, guys? Let's get into the topic at hand. Oh man, this topic was chosen by our guest himself, Jason Zbornik. What is the best deal or find you found in the wild? Oh my gosh, this, like I said, it's just stuff I daydream about all the time. I got so many dang friends that aren't my friends anymore because they keep finding those deals. They meet these people. Where are these people at? I ask people and they're like, duh, I'm an adult. I don't have toys. And I'm like, shit. Dang it. I guess we're not friends now. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, there's some really cool stuff on this table. Let's go to Corey first. Look at this big monster.
Yeah, my Sky Striker, my 83 Sky Striker. That was one that I was hunting around at Goodwill,
Goodwill.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
And hey, here's this shell, and it was just the shell. Like the fins weren't there, the canopy, no seats, the missiles, nothing. Like the engines they come out to, no figure, no nothing. Like it was just the shell, but the mechanism worked and the landing gear was intact and not broken. And it was $7.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, I'll buy this shell for $7 and maybe I'll, find all the pieces here and there eventually. And so I posted it on one of the G.I. Joe Facebook groups and said, hey, look at this cool score, $7 at Goodwill. And within 5 minutes, I got a message from a guy saying, hey, I have all the pieces you need to complete that $25 ship.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so for $32, I have an almost complete Sky Striker. It's missing the parachutes and the canopy. The hinge on the canopy is broken, and Ace doesn't have his helmet. But still,
the stickers look pretty good still.
they're. I mean, it's
clean it
dirty,
up a
and
little. Yeah, it's
I
dirty,
need to order. I need to order a new sticker set from Toy Hacks, and probably what I'm going to do is get the Starscream one.
That's exciting. Can I come over when you
Yeah,
do it?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it. and we can do
film
it
them
together
watching
and
So then would you
And
have
then
to
we'll put on
strip,
stickers.
strip
Yeah.
what's on here off? or
Hold,
do
hold
the-
their hands together
does
with
the
tweezers and put it on there.
Starscream sticker sheet work with this?
no, it's specifically for the Sky Striker.
So you don't have to strip off what's off. It's just
Oh no, I'll
adds
strip
to
it all off
Okay.
because it's dirty and it's a little yellowed. It needs to be de-yellowed, and I need to take it apart and like oil the mechanism so it works more smoothly and all that stuff. So it'll be a restore
Nice.
and then resticker it as Starscream.
So, but what would your normal value be in the wild?
In the
Or
wild-
to be sold.
All right, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing, if you saw this exact jet in the condition that it's in, with the accessories that it has with it, if you found that at the What's Your Flea Market when you go this weekend, when you will have gone this weekend, past weekend when this episode airs,
In the past.
it'll be
Future past.
$100.
Whoa, $7.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
If I stuck it on eBay, someone would probably pay $150 for it
Is it
in
the
that condition.
first Sky Striker you had?
That's the Sky
So you-
Striker is what I got for Christmas in 1983, 84. Sky Striker was the first vehicle I got for G.I. Joe.
So were you in Goodwill? Were you kind of
I saw it.
Shaking a bit.
I passed over it a couple times because I was looking and I didn't.
There's no way it could.
I didn't.
Yeah,
know,
those are-
no.
that's
It
so
said I
surprising.
didn't notice it. Like it was kind of behind something a little bit, and then I saw the stripes, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I picked it up. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I turned it over, and everything. And I like opened the wings up. Oh shit! It works, and like nothing's broken. It's just missing all of its stuff. And so and then I saw the price tag. I was like $7. I mean, if it had been $25 or $30, I still would have bought it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I mean. An empty shell. People are trying to get $50 out of an empty shell now.
Oh, yeah.
They're not worth that in my eyes. I think $20 for an empty shell is reasonable, but $7. I mean, so I've got less than $35 in this thing, including the figure, because Jeremy Sample gave me that Ace figure. So
cool.
yeah. Other than that, I mean, I've gotten some other pretty good scores. I got that complete Zartan with his swamp skier and like everything. He's complete for $30 at that comic book store. And then you got me the other two Dreadnoks they had, and those are a really good deal. And there was another one I was going to mention that I've forgotten about completely now. So never mind. On to
Okay, Elgin. Or did you have more?
no, on to Elgin.
Okay.
Oh,
weird.
speaking of Jeremy Sample,
Yeah.
he sent me a message and was like, "Hey, do you want to come over? And I have this, I have this Motu thing for you to give to you." I was like, "Yeah, definitely." I was trying to find a time to actually come over, so I went down in his basement, his like giant basement
His
of
lair.
a lair of GI Joes and everything.
Oh man, he's
And,
got so much stuff.
He's like, "Yeah, I found this Spider. It didn't have any leg. It didn't have any of the legs." And he's like, "I got it working. It works now. You can have it if you want. It's missing the two laser beam things at the top, but other than that, he's like, yeah, if you want, it works. You know, it moves and everything." So I went on eBay and found the legs. So I found like all 6 legs for like $16.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so I bought them. So basically, he gave it to me free. I paid $16, and now I have a complete except for the
What's
guns.
it called again?
It's called Spydor.
Spydor.
Yeah, with a Y.
Oh man, it's such a big, beautiful toy.
It's cool.
And it goes
black and
forward
red.
and backwards too.
What? It has reverse
For some reason. Yeah, it reverses.
It's pretty.
It's on the
nice.
back.
That's a great score.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, $16. So my other thing was this Castle Grayskull that I got at the American Dream Hi-Fi when we were on tour. We
Two
played
doors down from Kokomo
yeah,
Toys.
2 doors of Kokomo. Basically, we went there. He had the guy in the shop. It's a record store, and he had a bunch of these Castle Grayskulls up there of like shells. But this one had an actual front door to it, and we're like, hey. How much do you want for that? And he's like, well, you can just have it. So he gave me this shell for free. That's literally a shell. It has maybe like one. Let me open it again here.
Does that have the stickers in it?
It doesn't have any stickers.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't have,
It is
it's
completely
literally
bare.
A shell, but it was free, and
That's awesome.
it has the door. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll take a free toy. So those are my finds because I didn't pay anything for them.
Yeah.
And I have them. So
Yeah,
Nice.
I didn't have to.
those are definitely the best deals.
Yeah.
So
And
back-
I mean, even the shell like this is like Corey said, they're doing shells are like 50. It's about 50,
Yeah.
$40 to $50 for a shell, which is ridiculous.
Wow. That's
Now
silly.
with the gate though would probably add another $10 to
Probably.
it.
But they're just ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
they're for any of that stuff, it's, kind of crazy.
That's
And-
that's the original one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are both original Motu stuff here.
1980s goodness.
Play sets and yeah, so yeah, this one, with the laser, even without the laser guns, is like $60, $70.
And Spydor is like half the size of Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
The thing's huge.
It doesn't make any sense.
Did he
But
come with a figure at all? Or
not
is it
no.
just
That wasn't really a thing for
That was
Motu, was it?
G.I. Joe.
They did 2-packs sometime of like He-Man and Battle Cat.
Yeah,
Or
but you could also
Skeletor.
buy either of them separately.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of times they didn't really bundle a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They just did. Okay, well here's this now.
Like there wasn't anything that was like this. Motu didn't have any figures that were like a specific pilot for any of the.
Not really. I mean, on the
yeah.
artwork, it's obviously Skeletor. It's going to
Yeah.
be Skeletor
Yeah.
most
Always.
times. But yeah, they never really came with. It was just like the figures, because back then it was like the figures were $5
Yeah.
retail. Any vehicle was like $10.
Yeah,
And Castle Grayskull was like $20 in like
Yeah.
81.
insanity?
yeah. This thing was
81.82.
$14.99 when it was on the shelf in
Yeah.
1984.
You hit those conversion calculators sometimes, and it
Yeah.
blows you away.
Yeah,
Which if you do, so the origin figures are like $15, which if you through inflation, that's roughly what they would if they were $5 in the 80s. That's kind of
yeah.
So I didn't notice
On
till you
point.
picked him up, but he's got that clear or that red translucent red on
Yeah.
the bottom.
Oh, that's
What's that
cool.
all about?
So you can see
that's where the
mechanism.
gears. Yeah, that's where the I
Oh,
can see how
that's
loud
neat.
this is when I turn it
Do
on.
the pinchers good?
No, you have to, but you can move them open,
Oh,
so you can trap a guy in the front.
of course.
But yeah, it kind of mechanism moves across.
See, it's not a good retro toy unless it has an obnoxious noise to it.
Oh, there's some other ones I have that are much louder
Oh
than
yeah,
this.
that weird one that spins around in circles. What's it called?
Now he's mounted.
Dragon Walker.
Yeah, that
that
thing
one's
is
loud.
super loud.
The attack track is loud. It's like tuk, 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 tuk. And yeah, they're all. Yeah, this one is probably the quietest of all.
Stickers on it or not?
Yeah, stickers are on it, and
Man,
yeah,
that's cool. He's clean.
yep. Always looks like he's grabbing somebody.
Awesome. Well,
Sweet.
Spooter, what do you got?
Well, there's this Jetfire which I literally just found in the other room.
Hey, I need a room like that.
You just reach into the
mean, it's not
vortex and
mine,
pull it
but-
out.
My best was probably that was like 10 years ago or so. A mutual friend of Jason and ours, Mark Langen, I guess other people know him too.
Yeah, you got a stupid deal.
Sent a message to both of us.
know.
I think that his parents were having a garage sale, and a bunch of his childhood toys were in it. So I went and checked it out, and there was a like complete Castle Grayskull in there. I don't remember how. I only had so much money. I picked up a probably 90% complete Metroplex for like $20.
Nice.
It's insane.
Which is at least $80 and up with what he's got. The accessories are more expensive than he is, so
Yeah.
As most old Transformers are.
I think
That's probably my best.
kind of the way it is with a lot of that stuff now.
The smaller the pieces that came with
Yeah.
it, the more expensive they are.
Yeah.
But he's in a box somewhere. I don't remember how many. I'm only missing like 2 or 3 like little pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right. I'll finish it up. You've probably heard it referenced a few
Wait,
times.
did you go? Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I skip?
You skipped
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
I get all the Jasons confused. Yeah, let's. Well, since it's his top, maybe I'll let him go last since
All right.
it's his topic and
He's got the big
big
story.
surprise and
Oh,
reveal.
that's true. That's true.
Mine's not that crazy.
Somebody's going to shit Jason's
just-
pants.
Oh, I know. It might even be me. But I was going to say, it was referenced a few times on here so far. There's the Watch Your Flea Market.
Yep.
It's one of the biggest flea markets in the Midwest, like a bazillion vendors. And it's cheap to get in, a couple bucks, and there's just a million. I mean, it's mostly antiques and weird old-timey stuff, but you'll find your
farm
boxes
tools.
of toys.
There's toys and video games and all kinds of cool stuff.
And one of the things I've always loved about Transformers is that, well, in the robot mode, it's a robot. It's cool. But when it's in vehicle mode, it looks just like a normal little car or a truck or a jet. It looks like any kind of toy. And so you always have that hope in your head in these flea market situations that, oh, this guy just thinks he's got a little car. Oh, it's just a car.
It's a toy car.
And you come to these tables where it's just 100 cars on the table, and I mean, my eyes can scan it in 2 seconds and tell you if they're Transformers or not. But but I know that they don't know that they don't. I know that they know anyway. So, and once in a while, you'll find a Transformer mixed in with just your normal Hot Wheel thing or whatever. And a couple years ago at this flea market, I found this helicopter in a box. It's a G1 Spinister.
Yeah.
25 cents.
Nice. That thing's like,
Man.
and that's not just any. That's a pretty rare and special one.
Yep. He's got a little broken thing back here, and that's fine. I don't care, but he's in pretty good shape otherwise. He looks really good. He's got those.
I'll give you 50 cents right now.
He's got those beautiful
Doubled your money.
colors, that purple and other purple and the blue and the greeny blue, and it's got some stickers still left on him.
And he kind of looks like when he's transformed. I had this one when I was a kid, and when he's transformed, he looks like the Blue Thunder.
Yep, he
Remember
does have
TV
that Blue
show?
Thunder.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of surprising. So one of the tail fins is broken, but
It's surprising the blades are not
He has
gone.
both the blades.
Yeah.
Yep. And I looked him up right before we got here, and I think he's relatively going loose, not complete, still for $60 to $80.
Yeah.
Right?
Without the target masters?
Without the weapons or anything, just loose even. And I'm like, so it's just, I got to taste that magical moment of looking in that box, and I'm like,
Surreal.
oh man, and you're just like, how much do you want? How much do you want for that? Oh, just a quarter? Oh God, hold it together, Jason. Hold it together.
I know you want to tell them it's like this.
Oh man.
Can-
This
can you
just
put-
random.
You kind of feel like you're
helicopter?
taking them.
Yeah.
Like, can you break this dollar?
Right.
All I
neat.
got is dollars.
It's a neat little helicopter you got there. Wing, wing, wing.
Swing.
Why are you saying wink to me so many times?
Sorry. Yeah. And so just one of them really cool things, and so I'm excited because in a couple days from this recording is the first Watch Your Flea Market of the season. There's 3 every year. And I'm so excited.
Maybe those weapons are floating around.
Oh, maybe. You just never know. With this place, there's a lot of bin digging.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that, which is really fun. I mean, you got to get a tetanus shot afterwards, but man, it's just the most fun thing. So, yeah, I got this G1 Spinister, and he's pretty. Spooty's.
I never even had him as a kid.
Yep.
No, me either.
I remember
Never
him.
did. So, pretty happy.
That's a score.
I mean, I was gonna look at him as a figure, but okay.
Spoody's like,
On the way
"I'll
around,
happily-
he's turned into
I'll happily
something.
turn back.
Spoody's garage sale story reminded me of what I forgot to say was that my neighbor Josh, who is he's stationed down in Texas somewhere, El Paso, I don't know, somewhere in Texas. And his brother has a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff, and he's like, yeah, my brother has a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff in the attic. He said he'd sell it to you for $75 for all of it. So I don't know what's there. And he's younger than me, so he grew up in like a different generation of G.I. Joes, but there could be some really good stuff in there too.
Just
like,
a bunch of Monstro Vipers.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm kind of hoping for like maybe some Night Force stuff because that was after me, but
Might just all be Venom versus Valor.
it could be all yeah, it could be.
There were some fun things in that line.
Yeah, and some of that stuff is really going up in price too.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
That is
That's
exciting.
not going to happen until July when he comes back. We're going to go to his parents' house and go
Keep us in the loop.
dig
So
around in the
exciting.
attic. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've probably built it up too much between us even before we started recording. And Jason's got this box over here that's very nondescript and clearly not a
Probably
toy
a
box.
bell that he stole out
But
of
he's
his
kept
grandma's
it, and-
curio
and-
cabinet.
And from the moment he picked this topic, he's like, "Oh, dude,
I know what I got for this.
I've got the perfect story."
So before that, though, I'll share. Those garage sales are where I find a lot of great stuff too.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah. And I won't go into a long story about it, but I remember after work one day, this was about 2 years ago, driving down the street, seeing a garage sale, walk up in there. This dude has this spread of like G1 Transformers and some other stuff. And a Scorponok that has like tons of the accessories with it.
Nice.
So I'm like, what do you want for this stuff? And he's like, you know, I was gonna ask 200 for Scorponok.
Never give the number first.
And you know, I knew the dude knew a little bit about what he had. I mean, he just had tons of it. And so I go around and look around and act like I don't care.
Right.
What's this crap over
You know,
here?
exactly. You can't act too
Just
like,
looking over your shoulder the
it's
whole
like
time.
if they see you salivating, you got problems.
Kick his dog when you
So
buy mine.
about 10 minutes later, I'm like, "Where's the Scorponok?" I'm thinking that to myself. I don't say it to him. And I look out in the drive, and his kid is playing with Scorponoks, pounding them on the ground. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So I'm just like, I look down. I don't want to see that. That's horrific. So I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I can't do that." I mean, like, you know, maybe if I calculated up what he had on other stuff, and it was the other stuff he had probably had a value of like 300, and I'm like, you know, I'll give you 200 for everything. And he's like, no, I can't do it. And I said, he's like, give me my number, give me your number, and if I change mine or something. 2 weeks later, I get a call, and he's like, if you want all my stuff, you can come over and have it for like $170. It's like, it might have been 150, but I can't remember. But it was under 200.
Yeah.
So I essentially, like, all the other stuff I already had. I still have my G1 toys. I don't need them. I still need to unload them. But essentially, once those are unloaded, I got myself a free Scorponok.
Yeah.
That's like, I would say 85 to 90% complete.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, it had the head too.
Oh, that's
That's
where I
one of
hate
the
you.
key parts.
Because
You know?
mine does not.
Yeah, so it's like that was pretty cool, but that does not compare to what's in this box.
Oh.
There's this consignment place where I always find some neat stuff, and I mentioned earlier I got that. I'm really building this up. Where I got that Power Ranger micro machine set, but I've never seen these at a convention anywhere. You've heard of Diaclone stuff.
Yep. Oh.
This is a Diaclone triple changer in box, complete with the instructions and the manual. And it's not even a lot of the Diaclones. If you know Transformers, a lot of the G1, G2 Transformers work from Diaclone molds.
Yep.
So like your Blitzwing, I think it's Tankor, those are all Diaclone characters. This is a triple changer Diaclone that was never brought over to the US. It was never translated as a Transformer. It's a blue, and I couldn't even find the name of it. Like it's been on eBay a couple times for like $300 to $500 in this condition, or less than this condition. like around $300.
And it just showed up at this.
It was
consignment.
at this consignment store, and I did exactly what you talked about earlier. Like, what am I looking at? I spotted that thing like down the aisle, and I'm like, what is
light
that? All I
shining
noticed
up.
was Japanese writing on it, and I'm like,
And
what?
then that.
And Takara. Then I saw Takara. I'm like, I know what this is, and I started. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this moment, and I'm like, okay, this thing's like not complete or whatever. And then I'm like, I looked at the price, and it was like, I think it was $5.99.
Oh my god.
And like I said, I've never seen
Motherfucker.
I've never seen one of these at a
Threw up in your
convention. I never even knew this one existed until I saw it. Like I have pretty much all the Transformer books they've released about the toy line, and they never show this one. They'll show other Diaclone
Crazy.
stuff. And like I said, this is one that never was translated to a U.S. toy. It turns into a robot, helicopter, and a jet. And
Have you had it out?
I've opened it up. You guys are free to slide it open and
Elgin,
look
you're
at the
taking
context.
too long.
All right.
You can't read
And the thing is,
Japanese.
there's repro,
know?
there's repro weapons made for this, but that has the original weapons that are chrome, and two of the missiles are still on the sprues.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's got a
So-
very similar Spinister look in the helicopter.
yeah. I and it's like I couldn't believe it, and I still don't believe I have that. That's like once in a lifetime
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Very neat.
Like
That is
some
awesome.
parent just took it in there or something and was like, here, and you have to tell them kind of what it's worth because I've sold stuff there. So
Right. Yeah.
they must have just been like, put whatever you want on, and they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like
So
10
they thought it was
bucks.
probably a knockoff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, the package isn't even crushed.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
crazy.
that's
Oh yeah, the
corners are
got
good.
Blitzwing right over there in the other.
Yep,
picture
it shows Blitzwing on there.
with the different paint, and that's neat.
I still can't believe that I have that.
Wow, that's cool. Do you want me to?
You can open it up.
No,
So-
I was, if you want me to, hand
Yeah, show it over to
Corey or
him, then
not.
I'll pop it open and send it around again.
that is really cool. Man.
Neat.
Yeah, I mean the box is in like pretty good condition. It's
Yeah, it is.
it's yeah. I mean it's got a few little flaws
got a little
here and there,
phrase.
but
so many
geez,
colors.
but
It's, yeah.
The fact that it's still got the styrofoam insert, like that's
And the manuals.
That's
and,
money.
And the product catalog, so you can see all the other product that was available.
yeah.
Do you know what year that was?
It says 80-84 on the bottom.
Oh, it
Did
does.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
1980-84.
And I looked up before I came here, before we did this, I tried to find his name. He doesn't even have a name. Like, it was just like Robot 456 or whatever is on the package, you know. And, like,
Yeah, you should.
and
post
he's not
it
even
online,
on. He's
like,
not even on eBay right now. So
find someone that speaks Japanese and just. have
last
them
time I
translate
checked, it was
for you.
like, you know, for one not complete, it was like $250, $300.
That's insane.
oh God, he's opening it.
I haven't transformed it though. I'm deathly scared that
Yeah.
something will
Yeah,
break if I
that-
transform it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it might be missing. It has 3 missiles. It might be missing 1 missile. I can't tell. You don't always know with these sprues if there were 3 or 2. But it's the original chrome weapons, the original manuals and stuff in there.
I think it's just the 2.
Yeah,
No, it's the 3. So
there originally was 3.
it would be chromed over.
Okay,
You can see
yeah.
where the plastic's been cut underneath.
Well,
They
throw it in the
chromed
trash
whole
now.
outside.
That's why that's why they sold it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Those-
So
Another
basically, what we're finding out is that we have $12.25 worth of toys on the table tonight.
As far as what we've spent, what?
Yeah.
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 These are all discounted except for the legs.
Oh yeah, the $16 for
On
the
the
legs.
legs.
Yeah. Okay, so about $30 worth of toys on the table tonight.
Super cool, man.
Man.
Thanks for showing that and bringing
Have
it.
you looked
I
at,
see you
have
grabbing stuff. You better not break it.
Have you looked? have you looked at these manuals?
Yeah, I pulled them out and looked at it. You can pull them out. I trust you guys. You know what you're doing.
Oh, I'm too nervous. I think we should probably just take a quick little break. We're going to hear from the podcast network, and then we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
And we're back. Oh, man, we spent that whole time looking at Jason's new toy. Oh, my gosh. And I guess it's not new, but, man, it sure is pretty. Thanks again for bringing it, man. That's awesome. All right, Elgin, it's time to get us in the van. Let's go on a store tour.
All right, today's store that we're going to is in Omaha. It's called Old Market Emporium at 423 South 13th Street in Omaha, Nebraska. We stopped in there the next day after a show with the Broke Loose. It's kind of a flea market-y style.
Yeah, I'm so glad you found
consignment
this place.
play.
'Cause-
Yeah, it took a while to. I was trying to remember. I was like, it's in the kind of downtown area. We went there and then we went to go eat.
Yep.
I remember that
this
much.
place really well.
Yeah, once I started looking at pictures, like, oh yeah, and then Corey sent somebody. He's like, yeah, we went downstairs. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There was a downstairs, and they had stuff up
And there was an
on the
upstairs
staircase,
and-
and yeah. So
Tons.
Yeah, it was like 3 stories.
there was. I saw some carded vintage Motu stuff there, but I didn't have any money. It was way too expensive, and all the loose stuff they had, I think I already had. And at that time, I was like, well, if it's not complete, I don't really want it right now. And I already had the stuff, so I didn't buy anything that time because I was broke, which is usually what happens.
That's the main reason.
Yeah, so I didn't bring anything with me to talk about the store, but it was a cool store, and definitely I'd go back for sure.
I also didn't buy anything there. They had a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff, but like you said, there weren't really any figures that I could find, and all of the vehicles that they had were not complete, and I also was just like, no, I don't want to buy an incomplete vehicle, which I've never bought an incomplete vehicle besides the Sky Striker in front of us.
It's just a lot of work trying to find all the pieces.
Yeah,
stuff.
and I have been lucky enough to find really good deals on all the complete vehicles that I have.
Right.
But yeah, but like you said, it's a really cool store. They had a lot of really good stuff, just not stuff that I wanted to buy. And there was a lot of good toys there.
It's a huge store.
Huge.
I remember them having a lot of Transformers. A lot of them, I think, were a little pricey.
Yes, I remember them being behind glass in
cases,
in locked glass cases that you couldn't get to, and you couldn't always see the price on. And there was maybe one hippie lady, like you could never track her down to even ask them.
Since we didn't buy anything, or I didn't buy anything, I don't even know whether they would haggle or not. Like I just don't know.
Yeah, and yeah.
The prices I did see were a good 20%, 30% more than you'd find even on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But a huge. Oh, I did.
And there was some stuff that like they definitely weren't complete.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you did buy something there, Jason.
I did.
So
man,
I know
memory banks are gone.
Yep.
But
it's cool. Yeah, there was kind of expensive. Like I said, the card and stuff was expensive.
But there's something for everybody because it's so huge.
Oh yeah,
it
it's
just
not
keeps
just toys,
on
but
going. It's every square inch.
I remember going from the main floor going up to the second level and wandering up there and like feeling like I got a little bit lost.
Right. I was gonna say like we all lost each other at some point. We're like, are we even? Yeah. Where's everybody at?
Yeah.
The basement was packed too.
It was
it was
the basement was very much like a labyrinth. Like it was just like kind of everywhere, and then all of a sudden there's this other back corner that you didn't know was there behind a shelf of books and kind of hidden. And hey, here's some more tubs full of stuff.
And isn't it in a kind of a cool area too?
Yeah, it's like a down. It's like their hippie market area or something like that. And
it felt like that.
Like a kind of like the Nubo market and Cedar Rapids.
In the Old Market?
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Yes, the Old Market.
That's right. The Old Market Emporium, 423 South 13th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Absolutely recommend it. There's something for everybody. You need to go check it out if you're in the area.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next segment with Corey. It's Talkin Toys.
Talkin Toys. Am I supposed to pause there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
For 13 episodes, we've been trying to get you to pause after I say that, and you don't.
It says it on the script.
I know it doesn't. I forget.
We
that
know
there's
you can't
music
read.
Just go.
I'm sorry. It was so Talkin Toys this week. It was the question was the subject, which was your best score in the wild. It was a slow week on the internets because people didn't respond.
Yeah.
No, it was
go.
That's correct.
it was a slow week. Well, the weather's getting nicer and people are out actually looking for toys. I know people that are saying, my wife included, saying I'm kind of pissed at you guys because now I'm thinking, what do I want to collect now?
Yeah.
And
do it, Jess.
so, but Ken Tomlin, he said this past weekend at the Kane County Toy Show, I got the G.I. Joe comic 3-figure pack of Tommy Arashikage, who is Storm Shadow, Lonzo Wilkinson, who is Stalker, and classified Snake Eyes. When he says classified Snake Eyes real name was classified. So, some of those comic pack, or all those comic packs, when they released them as the actual names of the characters, and then had their code name with it. Anyway, so he said he got Snake Eyes in all of them in their Nom outfits for $80, which is a really good deal. Those are normally $250 to $280 a set. Another amazing deal I got a year or so ago from eBay was I got the G.I. Joe FSS Joe Club exclusive figure Freefall mint on card for $75. Normally he's $175 to $200. So that is a really good deal. Yep. I've even had some amazing luck back when I was buying Star Wars Expanded Universe figures MOC from a garage sale. Never stop hunting, guys, and be patient. Eventually you'll find the deals, is what Ken says. Nathan Mankey, he says, patiently waiting for the sweet deal on a Jermaine Rogers Candyman resin figure to match the test print I have.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
so
cool.
He's got a test print.
Lucky.
Which is rare, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It depends on the line. It's kind of rare, but they seem to be popping up more and more. Like I keep seeing people like popping up with, oh yeah, I got this test cast whatever from Hasbro for this particular figure, and then like 30 other people say, oh yeah, I have one of those. And so yeah,
it's still a cool thing to have in your
they're
collection.
rare. They're rare-ish. Usually it's because some Hasbro employee has them and like hands them out to their friends or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But that's our Talkin Toys for this week. That's all we had.
Fantastic. Well, that's it, guys. We did it.
Yeah.
We did another episode in the bag. Let's thank Jason one more time for coming all the way down here.
This was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me and letting me come.
Episode.
All right. Well, let's get back out there and find that super sweet deal, huh?
Yeah.
So if you got a box of toys in your attic, call me.
Call all of us. All of us. Call all of us.
One of us.
All right, let's go hunt for some toys, guys. Let's go. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.